Hey guys, how's it going? This is FixerMed. Welcome back to my high yield anatomy review series for the USMLE Step 1, NBME CBSE, and NBME CAS examinations. This will be part 30 of my multi-part video series providing a broad overview of anatomy for these exams. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on today's content. So I'd like to open up today by talking about the biliary system. Bile is produced by liver cells stored and concentrated in the gallbladder before being transported to the duodenum. Positioned to the right of the quadrate lobe on the visceral surface of the liver, the gallbladder resides in a fossa. Its primary function involves the storage and concentration of bile, which enters and exits via the cystic duct. The cystic duct combines with the common hepatic ducts originating from the left and right hepatic ducts to form the common bile duct. Moving on. The common bile duct travels through the hepatoduodenal ligament, descending before passing behind the initial segment of the duodenum. It then penetrates the head of the pancreas, where it merges with the main pancreatic duct. This junction forms the hepatopancreatic ampulla, also known as the sphincter of Oddi, which empties into the second part of the duodenum at the major duodenal papilla. Moving on. Next, I'd like to talk about abdominal aortic aneurysms. Ischemia occurs when blood flow through arteries is inadequate, leading to insufficient oxygen supply to the intestines, resulting in impaired function. Mesenteric ischemia typically affects the small intestine. Mesenteric ischemia commonly manifests in individuals over the age of 60 with increased risk associated with smoking or elevated cholesterol levels. Chronic mesenteric ischemia often arises from atherosclerosis, a condition characterized by reduced blood flow through arteries due to plaque buildup. All right, that will do it for the content today. Let's go ahead and take a look at some questions. Which of the following conditions involves a localized dilation of the aorta, typically occurring just above the bifurcation at the level of L4 and intersected by the third part of the duodenum? All right, I think I gave you guys enough time here. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, moving on now. An abdominal aortic aneurysm refers to a localized dilation of the aorta, typically occurring just above the bifurcation at the level of L4 and intersected by the third part of the duodenum. The correct answer is C, abdominal aortic aneurysm. Let's go ahead and take a look at the other answer choices and why they're wrong. Aortic dissection often involves a tear in the inner layer of the aorta, leading to separation of its layers, but it does not necessarily involve dilation of the aorta. Atrial fibrillation refers to an irregular and often rapid heart rate that can lead to complications such as stroke, but it does not involve dilation of the aorta. Renal artery stenosis refers to the narrowing of the renal arteries, which supply blood to the kidneys, and does not involve dilation of the aorta. Ventricular septal defect is a congenital heart defect characterized by an abnormal opening in the wall/septum that separates the heart's lower chambers, known as ventricles, and it does not involve dilation of the aorta. Ischemic colitis refers to inflammation and injury of the large intestine, known as colon, due to inadequate blood supply, typically caused by reduced blood flow through the mesenteric arteries, and it does not involve dilation of the aorta. Moving on to the next question. Which of the following accurately describes the biliary system including bile production, storage, and transport? Alright, I think I gave you guys enough time here. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, moving on now. The description accurately outlines the process of bile production by liver cells, storage and concentration in the gallbladder, and subsequent delivery to the duodenum for digestion. The correct answer is therefore E. Bile is secreted by liver cells, stored and concentrated in the gallbladder, and then delivered to the duodenum. Let's go ahead and take a look at why the other answer choices are incorrect. A. This option incorrectly states that the pancreas stores bile, which is not accurate. Additionally, bile is not directly delivered to the jejunum. The gallbladder is typically located on the right side of the liver, not the left side. It also does not synthesize bile, but rather stores and concentrates it. Bile is not concentrated in the liver, but rather in the gallbladder, and it is not directly transported to the stomach for digestion. The gallbladder is typically located on the right side of the liver, not the left side. Additionally, bile is not released through the pancreatic duct, but rather through the cystic duct into the common bile duct. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next question. During a surgical procedure, a surgeon identifies a duct coursing through the hepatoduodenal ligament and posterior to the first segment of the duodenum. This duct subsequently penetrates the head of the pancreas and merges with the main pancreatic duct, forming the hepatopancreatic ampulla. Which of the following structures does this duct primarily drain into? All right, I think I gave you guys enough time here. If you need more time, please feel free to pause the video. Otherwise, moving on now. The description matches the course of the common bile duct, which drains bile from the liver and gallbladder. It merges with the main pancreatic duct to form the hepatopancreatic ampulla, which empties into the second part of the duodenum at the major duodenal papilla. Therefore, the correct answer is E, duodenum. Let's go ahead and see why the other answer choices are incorrect. The stomach does not receive drainage from the common bile duct. The jejunum primarily receives drainage from the jejunum-ileum junction, not the common bile duct. The colon receives drainage from the large intestine, not the common bile duct. The gallbladder stores and concentrates bile, but does not receive drainage from the common bile duct. That will do it all for the content today, guys. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. As always, if you like this type of video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. That's all I have for today, guys. This is FixerMed signing off. Be sure to have a great day, everyone, and good luck studying as always. Goodbye.